Rhode Island was very active in the transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah, that's right.
And the eradication of slavery was a slow process, and slower than it should have been.
Hello, everyone. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. My name is Tommy, and thanks for clicking. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to become part of this growing audience. Please also like and share my videos. Thank you. Today, at the request of some of you that asked me to see Providence, Rhode Island, it is my pleasure to do so today. I will not be showing you all of Rhode Island, it's a state, but I'll be showing you a little bit part of Providence, the capital. I think that's what you really wanted me to do. So right now I'm on my way. I'm on Interstate 95 South that goes from Boston to Providence. So I'm going to go there. I will go to the State House where I will have an interview with a librarian who will tell us a little bit about the State House. It's one of the iconic buildings that they have in Providence. So I thought to take you there to see a part of that building and then a brief showcase of Providence. So join me, let's go. This is the back side of the State House. I have arrived here and I thought to just show how it looks like. It is beautiful, very, very clean, tidy, well manicured. That is the beauty of Providence. There is the Interstate train station, right in the heart of Providence. This is the entryway to this giant building. Hello, my name is Tommy. What is your name?
My name's Lane.
Lane, many of my audience asked me to come to Providence and show them Providence, and I decided to come here to visit the State House. And as I walked there, it looked so beautiful. What's behind this iconic architectural design building? What's behind the nature of it?
Sure. So the State House was designed by a really well-known architecture firm called McKim, Mead & White. Okay. So McKim, Mead & White were based in New York City. They designed some buildings in New York. They designed a bunch of buildings in Rhode Island. They did the Boston Public Library. The building that they're best known for is actually no longer standing. It's the original Penn Station in New York City that a lot of people do know about, even though it was taken down. So they were actually the winners of a national design competition to design a state house for Rhode Island. So before we had this state house, we had 5 little ones located all around Narragansett Bay. Okay. But at the turn of the century, the state made the decision to build one big state house. Okay. And so they had this competition, and McKim, Mead & White were the winners. When
was the building put up?
It was started in 1895. That was the groundbreaking, and it was completed in 1904.
1904, and since then it has been this great looking still.
Yes, it is great looking. So there's a great staff here who do a lot of work to keep it looking good.
You bet about that. Yeah. You know, is this where the governor resides? Not reside, but office is?
Yes. So the governor's principal offices are here, and then the legislative branch works out of this building. So actually it's the governor, lieutenant governor, secretary of state, and treasurer all work in the State House. Okay. And then the General Assembly, the Senate and House of Representatives also meet in the State House.
What would you say is one of the most eye-moving thing in this building?
Oh my gosh. Well, I think this library is actually really spectacular. McKim, Mead & White were...
I did.
Yeah.
I did see that.
They've designed a number of really important libraries. I mentioned the Boston Public Library. They also did the Pierpont Morgan Library in New York, which is exquisite. Okay. People generally marvel at the dome. When they come in, they kind of look up and are amazed at the dome and all that rotunda decoration. I would say those are the biggest ones. And I would say that if you were talking to an architectural historian, someone who specializes in architecture, they would tell you that that rotunda area is what makes it a magnificent piece of architecture. It's the area right out in the middle. It's the central core of the building.
Yes, the central core of the building.
Yeah.
Okay. So this house, how many offices are in this building?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer
You
to
don't
that.
know?
A lot.
A lot of offices,
Yeah.
So I saw the House of Senate and the House of Representatives.
Yep.
And they all operate from this building. How many senators again? How many representatives?
38 senators and 75 representatives.
Okay. Wow.
And it's a part-time legislature, so they generally meet from January to June in the afternoons on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Not always like that, but that's the general schedule.
Okay.
So sometimes this building's really full of people, and sometimes it's
sometimes empty.
Kind of
empty.
Yeah.
You have a lot of tourists, right? How many people come through this building on average?
Pre-COVID, we would, well, I don't know, can't give you all the numbers, but I can tell you that before the pandemic, we were giving about 17,000 people tours a year. So about half of those were school children who come for field trips, and so the other half were visitors from all over the world.
What's the best thing you would tell them about this building?
About this building? Well, it is an architectural landmark. I mean, it really is actually an important, significant piece of architecture, even if nothing that went on inside it was interesting, although it is. One of the things that the building has is a portrait of George Washington by Gilbert Stuart, who is considered one of the most important portrait painters of George Washington. That's in the stateroom. So that's probably the other really beautiful room in the building is the stateroom. And so it has a full-length portrait of George Washington, one of two owned by the state of Rhode Island, commissioned right after Washington died.
Oh, okay. What did this building do when, this question is a little bit political, and I'm sorry for that. If you can't answer, just say no. Yeah. Sure. Well, what did it do to eradicate slavery? Because if you say the building was built in the 18-something, and that, I want to believe it was time of slavery. How did that all play out
so
here?
when this building was built, slavery was illegal in the country because it was started in 1895.
Yes, 1895, yes.
Before that, I will say that Rhode Island was very active in the transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah, that's right.
And the eradication of slavery was a slow process and slower than it should have been.
Slower than it should have been, that's true. So, but hey, it's a good thing that they have this beautiful building that people can come to, which represent the existence of Rhode Island.
Yes.
Yeah, so I want to thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you so much, Lynn, for giving me this time.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. With this brief tour, I'll give you a quick history of Rhode Island as a state. Rhode Island is the smallest state in the United States. It has a total area of 3,144 square kilometers, which is about 1,213.902 square miles. Compare this state to Liberia. Liberia is about 35,423 square miles bigger than Rhode Island. That's how tiny this state is. Tiny, but with big history. So the beauty and economy of Rhode Island today was only possible because of its enormous participation of enslavement of Africans who were brought as slave laborers. A total of about 1,000 slave trading voyages, which was about half of all American slaving voyages, sailed from Rhode Island to the coast of Africa. The exploitation of enslaved people as laborers in Rhode Island made a substantial contribution to the colony's economy in many ways. Rhode Island had the largest percentage of Africans enslaved in the entire American colony. Slavery was abolished, however, in Rhode Island in 1843. Just a brief history for you, my audience, about this tiny but yet important state today that holds many beautiful scenes. So this is the backyard again of the State House. So let's enjoy the scene and take a brief drive through Providence. That's the interstate train station you're looking at.
you.